Investigators were initially drawn into the case when surveillance footage surfaced that appeared to capture one of the most critical moments of violent crime in an industrial district on the outskirts of a rapidly growing city. At first glance, the video looked like a breakthrough. It clearly showed the victim's vehicle entering the service road shortly before midnight, a second vehicle arriving minutes later, and coordinated movements that helped reconstruct a timeline investigators had struggled to establish for weeks. The footage quickly became the centerpiece of the investigation because it filled major gaps that no other CCTV source had been able to clarify. It appeared stable, time-stamped, and consistent with other partial recordings collected from surrounding warehouses. However, during routine evidence verification, a forensic technician noticed a discrepancy in the installation records linked to the camera attributed to the footage. According to official documentation, the camera had been installed after the date of the homicide. At first, this was treated as an administrative error, but further checks revealed a deeper contradiction. Procurement logs showed the device was still in a warehouse at the time of the crime. Shipping records confirmed it had not been delivered. Contractor schedules showed no installation activity before the incident, yet the footage existed fully encoded, with a timestamp matching the night of the crime. This contradiction forced investigators to question whether the video, the records, or both had been manipulated. A forensic analysis of the file showed no signs of external editing. Encoding signatures matched the security contractor's surveillance system, and internal metadata appeared intact. Server logs confirmed the file had been generated directly within the surveillance network, not uploaded externally. However, the camera identifier linked to the footage did not exist in the system registry for that time period. This meant either the registry was altered or a device outside the documented system had interfaced with the server using a valid identifier. Investigators expanded their review to all surveillance infrastructure in the district. They found fragmented installation phases involving multiple contractors and overlapping private and municipal systems. Within these records, inconsistencies appeared. Some cameras were active in network logs before their official activation dates. Others showed retroactive adjustments in maintenance reports. More concerning was a cluster of undocumented network configuration changes occurring during the week of crime, allowing devices to interface with the central server outside standard validation protocols. This raised the possibility that the footage originated from a device not officially registered in the system. A breakthrough came when investigators identified a temporary surveillance rig used during warehouse construction near the crime scene. This portable unit operated independently of the permanent network, but recorded high-definition footage during overnight work. Records confirmed it was active at the exact time of the incident. However, it had not been included in the official evidence submission. Instead, its archive data had been absorbed into the main system and reassigned the identifier of a camera that had not yet been installed. This explained the impossible timeline. The crime had been recorded by a temporary unit, but its footage was later attributed to a future device that did not exist at the time. Further investigation revealed that a system administrator had reassigned the metadata shortly after ingestion, deliberately changing the origin of the file. The account used belonged to a contractor supervisor accessing the system remotely from another facility, raising concerns of either credential misuse or intentional manipulation. Additional audit logs showed similar metadata changes across other recordings in the district, suggesting a broader pattern of surveillance restructuring rather than a single isolated act. The footage itself was real and unaltered in content, but its origin had been deliberately concealed. Investigators concluded that the manipulation was designed to create doubt by making the recording appear impossible. Because if a camera did not exist at the time of the crime, then the footage could be questioned, delayed, or dismissed. What began as a murder investigation had now expanded into a deeper inquiry into surveillance integrity, system access abuse, and coordinated evidence misattribution. The crime had been captured accurately, but someone had rewritten its digital origin, turning a valid recording into an impossible anomaly that nearly broke the entire case before it even reached court.